Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me and listen to me good. We are officially on the countdown to the Royal Rumble, which means legacies are being judged, careers are being decided, and excuses are running out. Tonight, this show, there's no fluff, there's no fanboy takes, no internet mark takes. We are asking the real deal questions the wrestling worlds keep dodging, all right? Because while everybody's focused on surprise entrants and countdown clocks, history is being written right in front of us. AJ Styles is walking into a match with Gunther that could very well be his last match. So tonight we're going to ask the question that people are scared to answer. Is AJ Styles the greatest pure in-ring performer of all time? Not promos, not merch, not nostalgia, bell to bell. Is he the greatest in-ring performer of all time? And if that conversation right there is about legacy, longevity, then we have to talk about the other side of the business, because in the same industry where legends are protected for decades, a man like Trey Miguel can get signed and released in the span of 7 days. So tonight we're breaking down, did AEW completely mishandle Trey Miguel, or was this a corporate call that they never had control over? It's not gossip, not power process. This is all about accountability. And of course, it wouldn't be Royal Rumble week here on the 3 Count Podcast without a little bit of if I had the pencil. But we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to do it the right way. Not just who we think is going to win, but who should win. All right? Our logic versus booking logic. This is Chaz and Friends. Debates, they get settled. The temperature, they get checked. And the dumb takes, they get exposed. Holla at your boy! Yeah!
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show, because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans here, checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicken.
Yo, it's your boy, your cousin, your nephew, and I'm back. Happy New Year to everybody. I know you've all missed me, but if you didn't get an invite to the Villains Lounge last night, you would have seen me. But hey, I'm back. I'm your cousin, your nephew. I'm the Grappler Region's best kept secret, and I am also still the trick or treat, all right, owner, okay? I still hold this. People can tend to forget that I still am the holder of the landscape of the Fight Club Pro Wrestling promotion. Yeah. Runs through me. All right. Me and Pure Ignorance. It runs through us. So just want to put that out there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about me. It's about my friends. So let me introduce to you my friends. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, he is wearing his red hat. He has his headphones on, and ladies and gentlemen, he is our residential Fred Durst. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the only Graves that matters. He is Twitch Graves.
I'm not trying to say nothing or nothing. I'm just trying to say, buy our fucking merch.
There you go. Last, but certainly not the least. And please do not get it twisted, all right? Even with the amount of Broncos gear that he is wearing, okay? He is just like the Baltimore Ravens going to Cancun. But it's not about the Broncos. It's about this man right here, who is a legend in the making, a living legend. He is your current reigning and defending SWA crown champion. The only thing that the Denver City is going to ever have because they can't beat the Patriots. But, ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Denver's savior. All right. Even, you know what? Look at it. Look at it. That's the closest thing that jersey is going to feel to a championship this year. But it's not about the Broncos. It's about the living legend. He is a trainer of the year. Lady, he's a former, all right, PWI tag team of the year. All right. Winner right there. He is a part of the 99th best tag team for 2024. That guy right there. He is the landlord of the dog pound. He is the man that runs this show because I really don't do nothing but talk a whole lot of junk. And he's going to roast me and fire right back at me once I give him this grandioso entrance. But I want to give him his props while bring him down as well. But I'm always there to bring him back up when I put him down. But ladies and gentlemen, he is the Red Dog. All right, Will.
It is your Air Force Veteran Intel Specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done in your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. And I am dressed in all black, yes, because I'm in mourning because we lost. That's it. That's it. It was a good game. It was a good game. You know, it is what it is.
It was all jokes aside though. It was a good game. Yeah, I got too much childhood trauma with the Patriots, okay, and Tom Brady, and so I would have I don't want to see the Patriots anywhere near the Super Bowl, and so I was on the Broncos side, and I'm not as heartbroken as you are, but I am definitely sad. Like, just what 2026 needed, the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. As if this country couldn't get any worse. But no, this isn't a football podcast. This is a wrestling podcast. First of all, how are you guys? It's been like what? 6, 5?
I'm in mourning, as I just said.
Well, besides you, Twitch, how are you? How was your holidays? What'd you get for Christmas? Did you get anything for Christmas?
Weed. I got a bong.
What did you get for Christmas, Red Dog?
Mourning. I mean, I got a couple things, you know.
Get some
Lost
socks.
10 pounds of fat. That's what I did. You know?
Hey, that's what's up.
Great.
Shout out to that. Shout out to my man Luke. Shout out to the Red Dog. But if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that follow button wherever you're watching us right now. That like button, whether you're watching us on Facebook, the like button, also that follow button. Send this live stream to somebody that you know that likes wrestling. Shout out to all of you who are watching us on YouTube. The aliens just came to Twitch. His camera then fell. Oh, the UFOs. Oh no,
the fucking aliens, man.
crazy. But no, shout out to all of you all who's watching us live on YouTube right now. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you always know when we drop out content. We got so much content dropping on our YouTube channel. So if you want to say all things about 3 Count, make sure you subscribe. To all of you watching us on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, shout out to you. Shout out to all of you who are checking us out on the gram. We're trying to get a following, trying to go live on the gram more often. So shout out to you all who are with us on the gram. Shout out to all of you who are our podcast listeners who's catching the show on Tuesday. All of our podcasts, we're on every podcast network, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, podcast.com, iHeartRadio, all of it. Yeah. If it's a podcast, we're on there. I know we got an RSS feed. We're everywhere. Okay. And then hit that like button. Give us a 5-star Frog Splash review off the top rope. It definitely helps the show. Definitely leave a comment if you check us out on Spotify. It definitely does help the show out. Cliff, What's going on Now Into the Ring, which is that also other content that you should be checking out on the 3 count.
Facts. Well, we have AJB.
My rook.
Chaz's young boy.
That's my young. That's my YN.
Yeah. He's he's our guest on Now Into the Ring. It was cool. Chat it up with him. So we have a lot of great discussions about Chaz out here calling himself an OG. So
I just want to put out in context, okay, that when it comes to a fight show, if you haven't been, as far as a wrestler, if you haven't been to a fight show feels like a family reunion that just has wrestling in there. So I cut up like it's my family reunion. I have a lot of friends who I really do actually call friends on the fight roster. So it's really a fun time. So I was a little jaw jacking, calling myself an OG. I said I had a couple years in the game. I'm over 5 years in the game now. So I feel like, hey, I can get, you can't call me green anymore. Now watch some vet gonna pull this and be like, yeah, you're still green. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But, anyway, yeah, no, hey, man, I'm about to turn 30. I'm old. All right, it's official.
Well, that's crazy.
Aren't you like 30 already?
No, not yet. Don't touch.
You know what's crazy? I want to put some comments up real quick. So, hey, hello, guys. Hi, Mom.
Howdy.
Whose goddamn white Chaz is this? What an intro, Yep. It is what it is. Cliff's looking like a boss and goon. Yep, I am. Chaz looks like he's hiding his secret identity with them bifocals.
Yes, this is podcast Chaz. This is not
my man Twitch rocking the Fred Durst red cap, of course. Family reunion with just fighting. Yes,
exactly. That is the best way to describe Fight Club. You should come. That's why I'm gonna open this briefcase up. But yeah, what are you saying, Cliff?
Oh, I'm just. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna. No, I just want to wait. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Let's go temp check.
Let's go temp check.
So temp check. That's where me and my friends, we give you our hottest and our coldest wrestlers going into this week. And for a bonus, we give you our match of the week. So I will start this one off. My match of the week is definitely coming from Saturday Night Main Event. Shout out to Recency Bias. But yeah, the main event I thought was great. I'm going to give it up to the main event. I'm not going to go too much. I'm not going to pick the obvious AJ versus Shinsuke because we'll talk about AJ in our big debate. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought they didn't bury Trick, in which I was afraid that might happen. That Trick would get, lost in the shuffle because he's in there with Randy Orton, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn. I'm not surprised on the winner. And then especially after, when we talked about it on the show last night in the Villains Lounge, I can kind of see what's going to happen next year at WrestleMania. And then, why, Sammy's going to the Rumble to face Drew. So, yeah, I enjoyed that one. My hottest wrestler of the week. My hottest wrestler of the week is Jacob Fatu. That's coming out of SmackDown. No, nothing about the main event. That's not my fault. I don't control that. Anyway, what was I saying? Jacob Fatu. Yes. Coming out of SmackDown, that promo was absolutely fire with Cody. Yeah, Cody's a bad guy, and I don't care what anyone says. Everyone said it was going to take 2 years. When Cody came back for me to turn on him, guess what? No, it took me how many years now he's been back?
About
4?
3.
About
4, somewhere around there.
4. No, wait a minute.
Long enough.
I lasted longer than what people were saying back in the beginning when Cody came back when his run with Roman.
That's fair.
Look, now I've turned. He's a bad person. How dare you bring up a man's personal life in wrestling? Talk about that man going to jail. How dare you, Cody Rhodes? How dare you? So no, Cody Rhodes is a bad person, and can't no one tell me differently. Not even my child can tell me differently, and that's his favorite wrestler. But yeah, my coldest wrestler of the week is Cody Rhodes. The first time in a long time. Cody Rhodes, because how dare you? And then how dare you waste 20 minutes of Saturday Night Main Event just throwing hands? I wanted to see a match, but I guess this will play into. I guess I don't know. It'll do something, but hey, I guess we'll get the match sometime in the future. Somebody can go next. I don't care. Take it over. Fight for it.
Twitch, go for it.
My match of the week is AJ and Shinsuke. It is good to see. Honestly, I've been a fan of Shinsuke Nakamura since New Japan. I think it's great to see something he's familiar with working with AJ and bringing it here. I've always loved when those two work together. My hottest of the week, Sami Zayn. I like where this is headed. Unfortunately, I feel like we all know the result, so it sucks. But I like that we're seeing Sammy start to get shoved into that scene more. My coldest of the week, and it pains me to say this, is 100% unequivocally Chaz Evans.
Damn straight.
And I'm going to tell you why. Chaz Evans, this man right here, is 110% responsible for everything that went wrong that caused the Broncos to lose today.
What?
Because of him, because of Chaz Evans, we now have to sit through New England being in the Super Bowl again. Chaz Evans, shame on you. Shame this man.
You know what's funny? When you said that, I thought you were about to blame me for pure ignorance for losing the AEWA tag titles. I was about to like, wait a minute.
Oh no, I blame you for that too.
Why?
But I blame you.
I wasn't there for that.
I blame you more for
exactly.
I blame you more for the Broncos losing, and that's exactly why I blame you. Because once again, you weren't there to have your families back.
Then no one told me the plan. I wasn't booked.
You should know the plan.
I was at IHOP.
I don't even wrestle when I know the plan.
I'm glad you know the plan. Oh, so why? So you talked to Damien? So why Damien not here?
I don't know. Damien don't talk to me.
Oh, buddy, here we go again. All right, let's go. Nine. This.
Let it also be known I am not a football fan, and my actual coldest wrestler is Natalia. That whole Maxine Dupree segment was boring as fuck, and the fans didn't even care about it.
They did.
Before I get into it, I need ROH, BTE,
Yes.
TNA, heel Cody, absolute. Yeah.
Yes.
He was a menace. He was a menace.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes is
Agreed.
Dusty Rhodes' son? Yes.
Yes.
He is. Hey, Broncos lost because you can't turn the ball over. Football. I can talk the game.
Oh, no,
that's great. Let me tell you about. No. First of all, I got mine now. Okay, so I want to talk about my match of the week. Okay, we put out the obvious matches of the week, so I'll agree with you guys about it. Right, AJ and Shinsuke was amazing. Also, the main event was good. Fun part about the main event, I actually called the winner, and I called who was getting pinned, like on the podcast, like live. It was crazy.
Nice.
I'm gonna throw another match in here though. Let me get Kenny Omega versus Josh Alexander, like on Dynamite.
That was actually a great match.
Okay. It was a good match. It was a good match. I really liked it. Also, my hottest wrestler of the week though, I'm gonna throw it out to they didn't get to win, but I still feel like they should get some recognition. And half of them have actually been on the podcast. So I'm gonna give it to Jordan Oliver and Alec Price. Alec Price being friend of the show, so I wanted to throw him some love and congrats on getting signed to AEW, debuting, and then getting that match against the Crew, then also getting the big match against FTR. So I'm here for it. So
That's
I just
dope.
want to. Throw that love out to them.
No, yeah.
My coldest wrestler of the week.
Definitely.
Say again?
I said it's definitely cool seeing Jordan get signed. Definitely being from the as me and Cliff call it, the dark art side. If those don't know, the backyard wrestling scene. He being in the same vicinity of that guy, we didn't get to wrestle, but Like we were on the same backyard show in up in New York, and kind of cool to see like, hey, he's getting the contract because he was awesome then, and that was 2018. Yeah, I think like 2018, 17. I think it's around that time. But yeah, so like definitely big ups to Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, so my coldest wrestler of the week will also be Chaz Evans. I'm gonna put it out there like this, right? So not only was it he the reason because Pure Ignis lost the tag titles, and then
I was not there.
Prince also did not win the EWA title because
That's not my
you
fault.
were not there. Chaz wore that Baltimore jersey watching the Broncos game.
No,
And I know that's the same jersey that he wore when they lost to the Steelers.
no, it's not.
I don't believe you because I was not there. So the Broncos lost today because of Chaz, and I just need Chaz to realize that if he doesn't get his "just let your soul glow" looking ass out of my face right now with this stupid fucking jersey, this is his fault. The Broncos lost because this man was like, "Oh, well, I can't go with the Patriots, so I'm gonna go with the Broncos," and the Broncos lost after he was cheering for the Ravens. And then I even told him, I was like, don't cheer for the Broncos last week. It's like, go and cheer for the Bills because then, every team that you cheer for, they lose. And guess what happened? You cursed me and my team. It's your fault, bro. I'm put it out there. My realest, coldest wrestler of the week. Yeah, no, it's not changing. It's Chaz Evans.
All right, first debate.
Shame
topic.
on you, Chaz.
First debate.
Shame
topic.
on you.
First debate
I told
topic.
you what to do, and you didn't want to listen to me.
First
I told
How
you
do
the
you
game
live
plan. You
with
still like, I'm
yourself?
gonna run solo.
First debate topic.
That's what I thought.
So anyway, let's set the table, all right, for the first debate. We're in Royal Rumble season, all right? AJ Styles versus Gunther. That could very well represent the last match of his career. So take away the promos. We're not talking about merch. We're not talking about the crowd reactions. Strictly bell to bell. And it's a simple question. Is AJ Styles the greatest pure in-ring performer of all time? All right. That means we're talking match quality, consistency, adaptability, longevity across like eras, companies, opponents, all that. All right. If you want to talk ratings, like star ratings, nostalgia, and all that, you're missing the point. Okay. That's not what we're talking about. So, is AJ Styles the greatest pure in-ring performer of all time? Go ahead, dog. What you got?
I mean, we kind of started this debate yesterday, on the Villains Lounge. I've been thinking about it. All time, I'm gonna say no. I mean, when I think back about it too, man, I mean, it's really hard when it comes to like Shawn Michaels, right? As far as like pure in ring talent, but then also like I even if you was to be like, well, okay, but like he elevated what Shawn did, like cool, but Eddie Guerrero is still there, and it's hard for me to be. Eddie's career got cut short, and the work that we saw from him have from Japan to WCW to WWE, like just still like is amazing. So it's hard for me to go, yeah, as far, and you're right. The one thing about AJ is that he's very adaptable to a lot of different situations, but so was Eddie and so was Shawn. So I mean, to me, I maybe it's a nostalgia feeling, but I'm taking Eddie to be my all-time in-ring performer over everybody.
Go ahead, Twitch.
I would say yeah. Find me an old match of his from New Japan that still doesn't hold its weight today. Find me an old match from TNA that doesn't hold its weight today. Like, this man put the whole X division on his back. I honestly, yes. I feel like this man either gets elevated or helps elevate the people he is in the ring with. He is great at telling the story that he's out there to tell. His moveset is relatively safe. He's not injury prone. Like, Other than your argument of Shawn Michaels, I mean, yeah, you put Shawn Michaels into the conversation, okay, it's a little bit different. Maybe it's Shawn, maybe it's AJ. But if we're looking at it on today's roster and even going like Attitude Era roster or beyond that, like yeah, I still say AJ.
So,
This motherfucker.
listen, man. Let it be known, AJ Styles is my favorite wrestler. Okay, I have never been shy about it. Okay, everyone knows that my two goats are AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels. Those have always been the two that I wanted to be like. That's just me. All right. So this is where I have to separate great from greatest. I'm saying yes because AJ Styles is the greatest pure in-ring performer of all time because he was the best everywhere he went. He wasn't just good, not just respected. He wasn't upper. No, he was the best everywhere. When AJ was in TNA, he was the standard of TNA. When AJ was in New Japan, he elevated the game and he fit that style instantly. The Bullet Club literally was mainstream right before the Elite took over, but was getting mainstream popularity because of who? AJ Styles.
Yeah.
When AJ got to WWE, who was at this point now what? Late in his career, he still was outworking guys 10 years younger, and you could still look and say who was the best on that roster. AJ Styles. That stuff right there matters. So I'm going with yes. And now look, Cliff, you say Eddie. You say Shawn, right? Don't get it twisted. Eddie's great. Shawn, great. But Eddie Guerrero was Eddie Guerrero in WWE. Eddie wasn't the best.
Can I add?
Shawn was only Shawn in WWE. He's not. They didn't have to adapt a different system. Shawn was Shawn Michaels in the WWE system. He didn't have to
I'm
take.
sorry. Did I not say about how Eddie was in Japan?
But he
That's
wasn't the
a whole
best.
You did.
He wasn't the best in Japan. No, during that time period you can't. No.
There's 3 people they talk about in that era.
But no, where did Eddie Guerrero peak?
Yeah.
Where did But Eddie Guerrero peaked where though, Cliff? Where did he peak? Where did Eddie Guerrero peak?
No. Go ahead. Finish your point.
Did Eddie Guerrero peak in New Japan or WCW, or did he peak in WWE?
No. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Is he not? I'm just saying. Shawn Michaels peaked where? In WWE. Where did he spend all his career? In WWE. AJ peaked everywhere. Everywhere he was, that was his peak. His prime was everywhere. Did not matter. AJ. Go ahead. You can go rebuttal. Your rebuttal. Go ahead.
So we talk about Black Tiger in Japan. Like that's one of the greatest acts that we saw. And there was 3 people that came out of there too. Jericho, redacted, Pegasus, the unicorn, Pegasus, and then you had Eddie there. And Eddie talks about it all the time, how those 3 sharpened each other up and they were the best. And then we get to WCW. Who is the person that literally elevated the cruiserweight division in WCW? Then it wasn't a thousand holds. It wasn't how Chris Jericho sat there with the promo. No, it was Eddie. Everybody talked about Eddie, how Eddie was a constant there and constantly always elevating the greats. We don't talk. One of the greatest matches we ever talk about is Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc '97. Like we talk about that match all the time. Eddie, and first of all, Eddie never peaked. That's a wild statement to me to put that out there.
I don't agree with that. I can't.
Eddie was the champ. Eddie beat the guy, Brock Lesnar. Everybody always talked about how, in ring wise, Eddie was the safest person to work with. He was a steady hand. He made great matches out of people who didn't belong in it. Like in ring performer, he's a guy who literally had you on the edge of your seat every single time because you never knew what Eddie was gonna do. Like to say Eddie first to say Eddie never peaked. That's a wild statement.
I never said that. Never said that.
I didn't say you. I didn't
I
say
never
you.
said. I'm about to say,
I'm just
whoa.
referring to
Robbie.
this statement.
I never said that.
Eddie, everybody talks about his in-ring work and how clean it was all the time. There was like you can name a handful of times that Eddie ever had like any kind of botch. Just similar to AJ Styles. Like I'll be fair with that because AJ definitely is lights out. But like I don't know, man. I just think when it comes to Eddie's work too, like everywhere Eddie went, Eddie was elevating something. I mean, we don't get to LWO without Eddie. If you want to talk about the Bullet Club, we don't get LWO without Eddie. Like, and we don't talk about that. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like,
so look. Eddie being the standard of the cruiserweight division in WCW isn't the same as being the standard. As
but
the standard.
no.
Like,
Because that'd be the case.
That's
then
not. But that's
you're
not.
gonna have
I
to
don't
take
think
AJ
that's
after
the same
Brooks.
because look. Hold on. I'm not saying Eddie's not incredible. Like I'm not saying that the stuff in the cruiserweight division
I'm
is
just
like.
saying because you said right, AJ Styles peaked everywhere he went. But where did he start? Let me give you a hint. The same place that Eddie Guerrero was at, where he was peaked. And to be fair, Eddie was being, and it's a well documented fact that Eddie was being held back by WCW, that they told him he was going to be nothing more than a cruiserweight. And that's where they kept him. But he kept elevating the game in the cruiserweight division. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay, and right. So, but and that's you just broke what I was my whole argument saying. Like he wasn't the guy in WCW, and and that's not his fault. That's not his fault. But
He
still,
was
that's
the guy in the
what
cruiserweight
it is.
division.
But that's a fact. That's a fact, though. All right, he wasn't the measuring stick for the company. Like he wasn't, and he wasn't like no, he was elite, but he wasn't the standard bearer of it. Like he wasn't.
But
Like
we're talking about
TNA,
in
AJ
ring
Styles wasn't
performer.
just. But in TNA, AJ Styles wasn't just great in TNA. The company was built around AJ Styles. There was not a company that built around Eddie Guerrero. Like I love Eddie just as much as you do. Well, probably not just as much as you do, but I love Eddie just as everybody else does. But no, bro. Like in New Japan, AJ became a top tier foreign heel. Like no one forget. Like the Bullet Club run. The Bullet Club run is so romanticized that people don't forget that they were heels. They were heels, and they were really good heels.
But
Yeah,
In
they were.
WWE, AJ walked in and immediately was the top guy. And was
AJ's
working on the
career.
elite level.
It's not,
That's
we're
the
not
difference,
talking
bro.
about career versus career. We're talking about in-ring performer. That's what we're talking about. I only brought up the LWO because you keep bringing up the Bullet Club. I'm just saying that when it came down to in-ring work, Eddie is my guy. And it's also personal bias, but that's not the point. Eddie is my guy. That's the whole point of this argument. That I'm telling you, Eddie was the guy.
I mean, yeah, but no. He wasn't the standard.
What's the standard?
Not in
He was the
WCW,
standard in-
no.
He was the standard of the cruiserweight division.
That's
He was the standard.
the division, but he wasn't the standard for the
You know
company.
who else was in the cruiserweight division? AJ Styles for
But
WCW.
the division and the company are two different things. Being the standard bearer of a division, cool. Being the standard bearer of a whole company, that weights more than just your little cruiserweight flippy dippy division. Being the standard bearer of the
Never
company.
again say the flippy dippy division. Because AJ Styles was in the X division and that was the
Like
flippy
I'm
dippy
just,
division.
That's you can't. Yeah,
I know. But I'm not. Eddie Guerrero is a all-time great. Yes, he is in the ring. Eddie Guerrero was as smooth as you could be. Yes, but AJ Styles didn't just thrive everywhere he went. He set the bar. That's why I'm saying he's the greatest pure in-ring performer of all time. Like, you gotta be, if you want to be of all time and be the best, you have got to be the best everywhere. Like, if you're gonna say if you're the greatest basketball player of all time, you gotta make it be the best in the NBA, be the best in the EuroLeague, be the best everywhere. You can't be just say, no, you could be the best pure ring wrestler in WWE, but you haven't been everywhere.
Then
And that's
by
why
your
I would
logic,
say, and
Jordan's
that's
not the
why I
GOAT.
would put AJ over Shawn, because Shawn did not go everywhere. Shawn wasn't the Shawn Michaels in WCW, in New Japan, in Ring of Honor. AJ was.
But Eddie also did. When he got released by WWE, he went on the Indies. He was that guy. He got brought back, and then
Did he?
they
Was
moved
he
him
really
together.
relieved? They like, man, that was under real contract.
He wrestled a few, but there's matches out there with him, Ray, and CM
That was
Punk.
not real con. That wasn't real. He
But
wasn't
my point being
signed.
though is that you're talking about Eddie being like you're talking about the bar being set. Like Eddie was the guy. Like people talk about it now. Like they're like, man, like Dominic Mysterio right now is like we're talking about the bar, but I don't really want to get into that point. What I really want to talk about is when we talk about Eddie's ring work, we always discuss about how Eddie's work is mint. And that's the discussion point. It's not like we're including other stuff. We're not including in the gimmicks and stuff like that because
Okay.
I think if we're talking about the gimmicks, like I would definitely be like, well, it's definitely Eddie for me because Latino Heat still hasn't faded off yet. We are still talking about that.
Yeah.
You could be like, well, the phenomenal one, but I mean, Eddie stopped wrestling years ago. You know what I mean? Like decades ago, and
So
we still
so
talk about
so
Latino.
so, so here's the thing then. What's the guy mean? What does let's define the guy? Because if you're saying Eddie was the guy, then we gotta figure out what that means.
I mean, we could break it down, but
Because when I say the guy, I'm talking the face of the company, the wrestler that everybody's measured against, right? The centerpiece of the promotion identity. Like that's who I'm saying the guy is. Like the company. Because in WCW, Eddie Guerrero was not the elite. He was not. The company was not built around Eddie. It was built around who? Hogan, Sting, Goldberg, what? Flair? Like Eddie wasn't presented above that tier. Like,
but that's not his fault. Again, we just mentioned about how Eric Bischoff literally said everybody in this cruiserweight is going to be at the first hour.
And that's
of
exactly
the show.
what that's a would have been. You can't beat what was. AJ didn't need hypotheticals. I'm just saying. There's no way.
In the ring, though, hands down, I'd look at it. I just say, in the ring, Eddie's work is it's mint, and he can adapt to everybody's style, whether it was Japan, whether it was Lucha Libre.
So did AJ.
So, but my point being though, you were literally, this argument is really mundane now. At this point, I just want to because you you and I are literally talking about this. We're literally comparing it's literally apples to apples at this point because if we're talking about in ring work, which is what we've been talking about, like I just look at Eddie Guerrero's work and I'm like, I liked his work a little better than I did AJ's. Is what it is. We have all the side sounds.
AJ Styles. AJ Styles. We can move. Anybody got the comments? Anybody talking about it? Did they want to?
Yeah, everybody is actually.
Yeah, let's see what they say. Bring it out because
Fred has valid points in favor of AJ. Eddie never peaked. That goes back to facts, Chaz.
Thank you.
His potential still hadn't been reached. That's a fair point. Eddie's career got cut short. Let's be fair.
Okay, yeah.
But in the meantime, though, like his in ring work, though, like it was still fire. Like, he didn't peak because he still didn't reach the top of his level.
I think I have to disagree. I do feel like him winning the title was it. That was the peak. Whether it was going to be long,
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I just whether
Eddie and Kurt.
Yeah, whether he was going to go back and win it again, like that remains to be seen. But like I just don't think there was you weren't getting any better than that. I think that was it.
Peaking is saying they dipped and fell off. Latino Heat never dipped, in my opinion, so he hadn't peaked. I think he got cut
when he got cut and sent to the Indies and all that. Like that is the low point where I would say he dipped. But even then, to say he never peaked, like
absolutely best in ring, and I think if I was you, Chaz, I would have taken this as to like AJ Styles has a more versatile moveset than what Eddie does. Because I think I've never seen Eddie hit a 450. I'll be fair. You know what I mean? And the Spinal Tap was lit,
Mm.
right, when AJ was hitting that in TNA. So if I was you, I would have taken an argument that way, and that's why I was like, well, yeah, but Eddie Eddie was clean with all of his moves too. So I was like, if you, I may have given it to you had you said that, but I'm not giving it to you because I said it. So
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
the fact is, it's also subject. That the fact is, it's also subjective. It is, but
Yes,
you know,
that
at the end of
takes
the
out
day,
that I don't know. We know that part.
yeah, I
And
I enjoy watching Eddie's work
I do
overall.
too. Like I was trying to say,
And
like I
how
said,
can you not?
right, like there's so much of Eddie. I think and there's so much of the modern day wrestler now. There's so much of Eddie in every wrestler now. Like slight mannerism that Eddie
Everybody,
does that. Yeah, everyone does a little shimmy now. Whether it's not necessarily the whole thing, but there's a something there that that Eddie put his stamp on. So like I don't discredit Eddie
The
Guerrero
Three
at all.
Amigos.
The Three Amigos, everybody does that now. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, the frog splash, which I mean, more people would just he wasn't the only one doing that, but yeah. So like, nah, man, I'm not disrespecting to the great Eddie Guerrero.
and to be
I
fair
need
too,
somebody to use the lasso from El Paso.
yes. And what I also like too
I'll
is
write that
like
down
a lot of the
for
cheating,
my match in June.
No,
a
don't
lot
you
of
dare.
cheating spots, a lot of cheating spots have come because of Eddie. Like
Yes,
a lot
absolutely.
of cheating spots.
Oh yeah.
Like I think the only one I've seen that was like really kind of like to me originally done would have been Dominic when he rang the bell and he had the hammer.
I mean, and look, I no disrespect to Mercedes because I always give her love, but hey, half of her moveset is because of Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
Her gear.
Her
Yeah,
gear.
yeah,
Like really break it down.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So
Cool. All right, let's move into topic two. Let's go on our second debate. All right, so before we jump into this one, I need to be very clear on the facts. All right, because this one's already messy online. So look, Trey Miguel did not get a run in AEW. All right, the Rascals was signed, but he was released within the week of their debut. No TV appearances, no storyline, no chance. Reports and rumors suggest this wasn't like a Tony Khan AEW decision, but a corporate one, possibly, in Warner Brothers Discovery due to some old stuff that he said. So this debate is not about the tweets and judging the tweets. This is about like how the process and stuff like that and accountability. So the real question is, did AEW completely mishandle the signing and immediate release of Trey Miguel? Or was this something that they could never truly be controlled? So this isn't really about burying Tony Khan. So shout out to all of you who like to see Damian bury AEW. This isn't this one. This is about burying talent, right? This is like just how modern day wrestling actually works behind the scene. All right, what you got? You can start this one off, Twitch.
I think this is the same kind of situation we saw with Jay Briscoe. Uh, I feel like it's a shame because at some point we have to accept that people have passed, and some people have tried to make themselves a better person by avoiding stuff from their past, and some people have embraced it and said, yes, I fucked up, I did something stupid, I made a post that was stupid, blah 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 blah. I feel like this is a situation where sooner or later we have to accept that people have a past. Not everybody's past is squeaky clean. But from a corporate decision, if that's what this was, I understand it. I understand it. Everything is touchy feely nowadays. It's very hard. You got to tread on thin ice with certain things. Is this something you want your company to be associated with? Is, hey, this guy said this back in the day. Who's to say he's not that same person just hiding under a different moniker? So I understand it. It's really a 50-50 thing for me. I feel like we have to at some point give a little and take a little.
I'm gonna be fair, man. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand it because Sammy Guevara is still signed to AEW. Like he's in ROH, I know, doing his thing, but wasn't that the same dude who literally said on a podcast, "I hope to grape her one day," talking about Sasha Banks? Like but he's still on the show. Like, and I get it, they like suspended him for an X amount of time, but they brought him back. Like, I guess
Yeah.
the line for hold on. The line that they want to push seems to be more about, and when you look at the past two, right, with Jay Briscoe and Trey Miguel, it's about sexuality, right? Because like I said, Sammy said what he said, and they kept him on the show. And you look at who was the other one that got moved? Jimmy Havoc, right? Was that who was it? His
Yeah.
name? Yeah, he got cut
Jimmy
because
Havoc. Yeah.
yeah, the situation. He ended up retiring from wrestling, just period. It's just weird though, man, because it's like, yeah, they said some things they said on Twitter and whatnot, and WB was like, "Hey, no, we don't want that person on there." So you mean to tell me that you make fun of someone who is, you know, is gay or is lesbian, and that's it? Your axe off forever, but you have a person out there talking about they can rape somebody and they're cool. Like, what are we really saying? What kind of message are we really? We're either going to be consistent or we're not going to be consistent. Like, either none of it's going to fly, or all of it's going to fly. Like, I don't understand. Like, I guess because I live in a world where, to me, everything is kind of just like black and white. There is some gray areas, but like Sammy's thing was like egregious, and you kept him. Well, there was one thing about there was with Perry, Jack, right? There was a situation with Jack. Jack had said something. I mean, I'm just looking at certain situations. I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing? What are we talking about here right now? Because like, it doesn't make sense to me. There's all sorts of different situations, all different sorts of people. You have people who are actively wrestling right now with DV allegations, and they're cool. But God forbid you tweet something, that's it. That's you. And even if it was like 6 years ago, you're like, that's it. That's still you. You're still that person. I was like, yo, we have to be able to move on past the situation. I mean, for goodness sake, Mike Vick killed dogs, and he was back in the NFL 2 years later after going to prison, serving his time. He was back in the NFL 2 years later, and we all, I mean, we know what Mike did, but we all kind of like moved past what Mike did. So how can we not move past something like, especially WB, like move past something like where Trey Miguel said something years ago versus who he is now? Like, you can't do it because you're just afraid of the backlash. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Somebody in the staff had to have said something to get him moved off. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you said something. So look, I'm going to keep it in. I think this whole thing is ridiculous. All right. I do. And I think it falls on AEW. It falls on whoever is the process of hiring talent. Because listen, Trey Miguel didn't get a run. He didn't get TV time, right? So it isn't anything he did during his AEW run. He was signed and then released within a week. If the issue was old tweets, those tweets existed before the contract was signed. So you don't you don't get to blame the network for something that you should have caught in due diligence. Like, you should have done your vetting process. Because let's be for real, this is not the first time. And this isn't also the first time that Trey Miguel has been, stopped out of having a contract from somewhere else because of stuff that he said online. Like, this isn't nothing to do with cancel culture. Like, this is a professional wrestling company failing basic vetting and letting the talent pay for their mistakes. Like, this, I think really it falls on AEW. Yes, there are talent out there right now who are still signed who said probably way worse things, who've done way worse things. Yes, I'm not, and my stance is I'm not even arguing that point. My problem is that they need to do better at knowing who they're signing and a vetting process. They do everything else for the wrestler and every other little disciplinary control teams, and you mean it's like you know how the internet will take anything like this and run with it. We're talking about it a week later, and then Homeboy is on TNA the same week. He's
So
back.
it tells you
Hey,
right there that the E doesn't care.
the
The
E,
E didn't care.
the E does not. I'm sorry. The E does not control that company. They don't have no say on that
No.
company. I no.
But they brought him on NXT.
Okay, fine.
Just
Yes, they brought him on NXT. He's still not signed.
I know, but that just shows that they don't care though.
Absolutely fair. Yes, absolutely.
So if the E can have him on TV,
But the
why is
E,
it that
it's Warner Brothers. It's you go talk to them up there. I mean,
I
they're too
think
busy, with the hostile takeover situation. So I mean, they're not thinking straight. But like, man, that's the E. They're what they control and what the network saying is two different things. If USA told them, "Hey, don't put what you call on my TV," the E's going to say, "Well, all right, fine." Well, I mean, it's not even USA because
yeah.
But like, if Netflix told them, "Hey, don't put what you call it," hey, who they gonna like?
Netflix don't give a fuck.
Right. I mean, and they don't.
well, wait a minute. Wait. Let me get this right. Okay. So the WBD is the reason why Trey got removed, right?
That's the rumors. Rumors are saying
Right.
that that's the
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
That's alleged. Let's go. That's why we have a disclaimer. Allegedly, okay. But who owns the CW network?
CW. Oh, they
WBD
do.
owns it.
They do.
Yes, they own it. They
thought
own that channel.
I
So
thought
NXT
CBS
is on that channel.
I thought CBS owned that.
No.
I thought Viacom owned them.
No, so CW is primarily owned by Nexstar Media Group, which was acquired 75% stake in 2000 with Paramount Global via CBS and Warner Brother Discovery retaining a 12.5 on it. So CW, so again, Warner Brothers Discovery owns part of the CW, but
Not
they're gonna
enough.
let Trey Miguel
Not enough.
wrestle.
Not
And
enough.
now that's my point. Right now, there's my point of what I was trying to get at. Is
Well, they
that
don't own enough. How about that?
Yeah.
that doesn't change what I said.
I know
Like,
it doesn't change what
that
you said.
12%, they still could have been like, all right, listen, you can have the Rascals, but you can't have him.
Like, yeah. I mean, HBO Max. I guess there's the thing on that. I guess because this is streamed there. I'm like I said. I'm not debating. I don't know. I got nothing for you on that one, brother. I just my whole stance is that they should have been that it's on the AEW. They should have vetted it and they should have seen it. They should have seen that beforehand. Because if they would have seen it beforehand, and you only got the three of them, what you call it? You only got if you got rid of him and you got the rest of the Rascals, fine. You wouldn't have gone through all this. And then Trey doing his whole post and then of needing time off and then going back to TNA. It's all so like they made a whole situation when it couldn't have been. So go ahead. Anything on the what you call it, on the in the comments? Will be anything? Natalia won't be
relevant unless we get the same character she was at Bloodsport.
Fair.
Facts, but I think we're getting that character coming.
Yeah, you're getting that.
I think so too. I think so too.
We're seeing it. We're seeing it happen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All righty. So make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. If you haven't already done so, just remind everybody, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Thank you to all of you who are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for checking us out. We also have other content. Check out our interview show, Now Entering the Ring, which comes out on Saturdays. New interviews come out on Saturdays. The Villains Lounge, our watch along, will be on our watch along this Saturday as well. For the Royal Rumble watch along. Cliff won't be there, but I'll be there. Twitch will be there.
Fuck, I will.
Maybe Damien will be there.
What time is that bullshit start?
2:00, man. It's at 2:00.
Okay, I guess I'll be there.
It's at 2:00. I'm gonna cry because AJ's losing. We all know it's his last match, so
we ain't talking about that right now.
I know we ain't talking about it right now, but I'm already tearing up thinking about it. All right, let's move on. Damien's dumbass of the week. Oh yeah, it's Damien because he's still not here.
Yep. I can feel that.
You feel that? I feel that one too. All right, cool. Let's go. All right, Royal Rumble week, folks. Prediction time. If we had the pencil, one of our favorite games. It's the old throwback from the original 3 Count podcast days. Cliff is a if I had the pencil champion.
Yep.
Right? Yep. You know, we should bring that back. We should bring it back.
Should bring it back.
All right, you
Do
know
it.
what? Let's do it. We'll bring if I had the pencil.
Who was the last year that we did it? Was it Josh?
It was Josh. Yes, it was Josh. It was my brother. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes. All right. So look, we'll bring it back. Cliff, you take notes of our picks.
Yes. Give me a second. Well,
All right, cool beans. Yeah, no, I gotta do my whole monologue. Everything. So look, all right. Oh, let me pull it back up. All right, there it is. All right, cool. Prediction time. All right, so we're gonna do if I had the pencil, but we're bringing now we've made it official. We're bringing that back, but so we'll see who wins at the end of the year. Maybe we'll do an actual trophy or something or actual award. But all right, it's Royal Rumble week. We're not fantasy booking yet. We're separating emotion from reality. For this debate, everyone has to answer 2 questions. Okay? So, first question is, all right, who do you want to win the Royal Rumble? All right? Who do you want to win? Now, second is, who do you think will win the Royal Rumble? And your second pick is your official locked-in pick for if I had the pencil. All right? Fan logic versus booking logic. Okay. Because history tells us these 2 things are rarely the same, okay? Fan logic, booking logic, never the same. So, the question is...
One question. Are we doing both men and women or just the men?
We're going to do both.
Okay.
We're going to do both. Who should win the Royal Rumble and who will win the Royal Rumble? All right? So, I'll start this one off, okay? Who I want to win the men's Royal Rumble, okay? Who do I want? This is just my heart. I want him to come back, and I want the walls to break down, ladies and gentlemen. I want Chris Jericho to win the Royal Rumble to face CM Punk at WrestleMania one last time. That's who I want. So we'll go there and then we'll go around. All right. And for the women, who do I want to win the Royal Rumble? I want the EST of WWE to win. I want to see a surprise return. I want Bianca Belair to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Okay, that's my heart. All right, so go ahead, Twitch. Who you got? Who do you want to win? What does your heart tell you?
Who do I want to win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, what does your heartstrings pull at? That sounds like a pastor or something. Tell me how you feel. What does the Lord tell you?
Oh, brother Chaz, I shall tell you how I feel.
Yes.
I want the Ayatollah of fucking rock and roll.
Yeah!
Give me Y2J, Chris Jericho.
Oh man, we're triple
for the men. Yes, give me Chris Jericho. For the women, who do I want to win? Bailey.
That's a good one. That's good.
Bailey is a good pick.
That is good. I can feel that. All right, Cliff, what you got? Who do you want to win? What does your heart pull at? Who are you feeling today? Who are you rooting for?
Oh, brother Cliff.
Talk to the people. Tell them what's on your heart.
Well, let me tell you what I'm feeling today. It's an energy that comes once in a while.
What's in
And that goes with a cero miedo.
Ooh.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Penta.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it. I was like, okay, all right, all right, all right. All right,
Penta.
women.
That's what I want.
Who do you want? All right, for the women?
For the women, let me be fair, man. Let me get Liv Morgan.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Now this is the official picks. All right. So the first, if I had the pencil of 2026 season 7 of the 3 Count podcast. All right, here we go. Who's going to win this season? All right. Who will win the Royal Rumble? All right, Cliff. We'll go around the other way.
Damn.
For the men.
I'm over here. I got it right, man. Like I'm over here putting that stuff.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry. Twitch. Official on the record. Who you got? Who's winning? Royal Rumble. For the men.
Man. Roman.
Roman Reigns. Locked in. Lock it in, Cliff. Lock it in. He's going with Roman Reigns. All right. Who, buddy? All right. Women on the clock. Who do you got winning the women's Royal Rumble?
I don't even fucking know.
Yikes.
I this honestly, I don't know. Oh. I'm just gonna throw a wild one out there, and I know it's not correct, but give me Raquel Rodriguez.
That's a good pick, though.
That's it, yeah, because you can.
I know.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for yours, Cliff?
Actually, I got it right in. I forgot. That's Raquel Rodriguez.
Who do you have winning the men's Royal Rumble match?
Cody. Cody Rhodes.
So Cody's gonna run the gauntlet
I think he's
because he declared himself number one.
Did he say, or did he say he was the first entrant?
I wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't either. I think he said he was
I think you're right. I think he said he's the first entrant. So
yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Cody Rhodes in that one.
That's
There's never been a person to do it 3 times in a row. I just have a feeling.
That's true.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Who do you? That threw me for a loop. I wasn't ready. Was not ready for that. All right. Gotta get back to. Okay, hold on. All right. Who do you have winning the women's Royal Rumble match?
Liv Morgan. Even though
That's
let me put this out to first though. Even though WWE Unreal or WWE they had the best answer with Chelsea Green.
I really thought that's what you were gonna go with.
I really want that to happen, but I'm gonna take Liv.
So do I.
Well, Road Dogg told you it's not gonna happen. Road Dogg already told you.
Well, nobody cares about the Road Dogg.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
He's got fat rolls on the back of his head. Like
that's exactly what WWE would say to throw that off.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that happening, man.
No thanks. All right, here we go.
Well, nobody asked you.
You're right. No one did ask me, but it's my show. So, all right, you gotta ask me now, Cliff. You gotta do the whole dramatic ask me now, okay?
All right, Chaz.
Ooh, oh no.
Who is your official pick for the men's Royal Rumble?
All right, if I had to choose who will win the men's Royal Rumble, Seth freaking Rollins. That is my official pick, locked in. I think he's coming back. So yeah, I'm locking it in. Seth Rollins, Seth versus CM Punk, WrestleMania main event, Las Vegas. I can see it. So I'm going with Seth Rollins versus
Okay.
CM Punk. So yeah, Seth Rollins.
Chaz, who is your women's official pick?
This is hard. It's not really hard. Liv Morgan.
Ah.
When they didn't win last night, it solidified it for me. I said, oh yeah, because Raquel's not gonna win. I said I can see this Judgment Day feud going to shizzles now. Like it's the time, and I see it happening. So yeah, I got Liv. So
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
so
I'll take
yeah.
that.
Solid pick.
Oh man. So if in the comments, drop down right now. You're in this now too with us. Who do you have winning the men's Royal Rumble match? Who do you have winning the women's Royal Rumble match? Okay.
Y2J is winning the Rumble.
I got that. I like that. I like that one. All right. Surprise. Just real fast. Who do you got as
Hold on.
surprise?
Here's one. If I had to pencil, women's Rumble winner would be Jordan Grace. Men's would be Roman. I think would win. So I like that though. Gunther and women's Liv Morgan. So yeah. So Roman Reigns and Jordan Grace. That's actually not a bad pick. I think that's his pick. But he put in here Gunther, and then a women's would be Liv Morgan. So I think he thinks he would want Roman and Jordan Grace to win, and I think Gunther and Liv
Yeah.
Morgan are
Yeah, I
official
got it. Yeah.
The picks.
So Gunther losing the title and getting in.
So he
Oh, no, he don't have
retires
title.
AJ
I'm-
and then enters
yeah.
the Rumble
Yeah.
Gets in, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be.
and
he wins.
eliminates.
And then he challenges Randy Orton at WrestleMania for the title. Career versus title.
I see. So I see Gunther retiring AJ, entering the Rumble, eliminating Brock, and that starts the feud that leads to Brock's retirement.
I was thinking the same thing.
Ooh, I hate that you said that. Now it's right.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
thinking that as well. That Gunther was going to start his feud with Brock in the Rumble, and that leads to WrestleMania. Whether or not it retires, he probably knowing Brock won't do no, because that's the whole gimmick now. Is him is on the career. So
No, yeah, Brock's last
Career
match is at
killer.
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So
But how often does Brock show up? You could totally build a feud that long.
exactly. But still, where would you put Gunther at on WrestleMania? Who's he's Randy Orton for the title? and
Randy Orton, I'm coming for your career.
Oh man, well, he probably will have a career.
No, actually, I'll say this: Shinsuke Nakamura gets upset and wants to defend AJ's honor, and so,
So
then
that's
it becomes,
so what? So the same thing that AJ did for John Cena. So we're just gonna repackage
yeah,
the same thing.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna retire Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania.
I mean, Shinsuke's getting up there.
Yeah, I know.
Shinsuke has talked about his times coming up.
Yeah.
I guess so.
He mentioned it last year.
Yeah.
You know who I'm disappointed nobody, even in the comments, brought up as potentials for winning the Rumble? LA Knight.
Well, I mean, do you see how
If somebody could use the win, LA Knight.
that's fair.
That man has been shit on repetitively.
Yeah.
He's over with the crowd, and they can't seem to get him. They don't know what to do with him right now.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It said Braun eliminate Brock to build up for SummerSlam. Well, we already know it's gonna be Brock and Gunther at SummerSlam
Yeah.
because Brock has already said that he wants his last match
He's
there. So, and with Gunther having this whole career ender
killer.
thing happening, it just makes sense.
All right, so if that's the case, then look, that's the show, guys. So we got our picks locked in. All right. So this time we can make. You said what?
We have 2 other matches on here too.
We do.
Yeah, so we have AJ Styles versus Gunther, and then we have Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So then, all right. Well, those I feel those are pretty obvious ones, though.
I feel like those are obvious.
Those are all the obvious answers. If they add any more
Yeah.
matches, we'll definitely pick them. You know, like the show. We don't have a whole watch along, but yeah, we got a Royal Rumble with picks in. We'll definitely get everybody else's picks. We'll blow the group chat up. We'll get them all posted so everyone can see. And then you again tweet at us, comment who do you think is going to win the men's, who do you think is going to win the women's Royal Rumble. Definitely drop it in the comments right now. If you're checking us out on our podcast right there on Tuesday, so you've definitely seen Monday Night Raw. So tell us if we're different now. Things may change from to right now Sunday night to Monday night. We know the landscape could change. Don't hold your breath. Triple H's booking hasn't been all that great. But hey, you never know. So definitely drop what you think. This show definitely works better when you talk to us and you give us your opinions and you debate back with us. So shout out to all of you who checked in with us this week. Shout out to all of you who are watching. Shout out to all of our new watchers checking out the show tonight. I won't be there next Sunday. Gotta go be Daniel LaRusso. So yeah.
You're a bad guy? That's what I said.
He did.
Anyway, I'll see you all on the watch along this Saturday. For all of you who are been hit with the snowstorm, hope everyone is staying warm, staying safe. Thank you.
How much snow did you get?
I don't know. I haven't looked outside. When I locked my door last night, I said I'll see you Thursday or Wednesday, whenever the snow.
It was.
I'll be
It
fair,
was
man.
83 and sunny today.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't. Yeah,
we don't care.
We don't.
So it's beautiful outside.
I bet. So, like I said, to all of those who are hit with snow, we then hope it's, like I said, we all hope, all of us, even Twitch in his nice house.
No, I don't.
No, Dean, we haven't endured enough. We will continue to be punished through this Cody Rhodes train that we're on right now. I just saw his tweet where he said Red Dog officially picking Cody as his men's pick. Have we not endured enough? Why? It's because fuck you, that's why.
All right then. For all of you, this is the end of the show. If you made it to the end of the show, because I always say this show sometimes is a hike to get through. We get on tangents, we insult each other. There's so many random topics and random sub conversations that happens within the debate topics. But you made it through the show, so shout out to you. Thank you so much. My PlayStation users, you get a trophy. My Xbox users, you get an achievement. And my PC users, I don't know what you all get on Steam. Do you all get trophies, achievements? If you do, you
Not
get
really.
one of those. You get one of those.
We don't need participation trophies.
Well, that's fine too. I don't really care about those anyway. But they just at this point they're just annoying now. Like, oh, it's a trophy.
I feel like you do.
I used to when they first came out, yes, because I wanted to be 100%. And then when I couldn't get the little hidden trophies in certain games, I just gave up. And I said, whatever.
Because he couldn't win at the game. He was like, nah, I don't want to do
it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. No, I mean, I complete the story. That's all I need. Who cares about 100%ing? The only game that I 100%ed is Spider-Man 2. I got every trophy in there, and I didn't do it on purpose.
Steam has achievements.
All right, there we go. You all my PC users, you get an achievement as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chaz Evans. This is the Red Dog. That's the Fred Durst Twitch Graves. Thank you for checking out the 3 Count Podcast, Chaz and Friends. I'm your host. I'm I'm just you know what? Shut up, Chaz. Go watch another episode right now. Go watch another episode
Fireman.
of the debate show, or better yet, no, go check out my Rogues episode of Now Into the Ring. Okay, check out his interview. Buy our merch too.
And then blame Chaz for the Broncos losing.
No, don't blame me. Blame Cliff.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod, _ X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm gonna walk away and you're gonna play another video.